foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Here comes Johnson on the return. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. This defense for the Bears, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On play action, Fields. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Off play action, Fields. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields steps away. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice and meetings talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
No gain on the screen there. It's second down. Looking to throw. Phillips. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's brought down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter. Harris. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. Phillips. Toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Off the play fake. Phillips on the move to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. Off the bootleg. Phillips. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Looking to throw. Phillips into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And they will score a pick-6 for the Bears touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. These two teams all tied after one. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Back to throw. Phillips.
Open man, completes it to Claypool.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Phillips.
Claypool with another catch.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Out to his left. Caught by Montgomery. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Play action. It's Fields. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Fields.
That's caught by Montgomery. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Bears.
Phillips.
Well, CD, with receivers, we talk about their speed, great hands. It's tough to quantify elusiveness, but they say he has great elusiveness, and he showed it right there with a run after the catch.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick, it heads straight out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Operating from the gun, Phillips. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action, Phillips. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And that is incomplete.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was forced to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now Montgomery.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and set him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels.
And this is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run for him with Montgomery. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They try again with Montgomery. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. Now Fields buying time to his left. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields taking it in from 2 yards out as the Bears push further out in front. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Phillips now looking to throw on 2nd down. Ebron caught left side. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. To throw is Phillips. Off play action. Short little throw to Ebron. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Fields. Being chased out left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in.
But I think the ball's out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Back to throw. Fields. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. and that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Here's Phillips on 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears will take him. Here, just shy of the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A big play that time on a catch and run.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Fields rolling to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Rolling to his right. Man open is Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron, and he is out up around the 15-yard line.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10.
On play action, Mariota steps away to his left. His throw incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mariota finding Harris over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Off the play fake, Mariota sliding out of the pocket. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Second and 10. Mariota eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Around the NFL, 3rd quarter from Foxborough. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. He's going to take another shot here.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over here up near the 40.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play there on the catch and run.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Fields on 1st down.
Touchdown! It's complete. Cole Kmet, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Santos now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taken from about the 12. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now we're... And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Mariota's throw complete there to Johnson.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Mariota.
That swung out wide to Harris.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mariota to throw it. Flushed out right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10.
Able to hit his target, Claypool.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's got his man on the crossing route. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And that's a good run, and I know he went out of bounds, so we could nitpick a little bit here and get on him and say, hey, make sure you stay in bounds, keep the clock running. But this stage of the game, Brandon, that's not really uppermost in his mind. He just wants to take care of the football and gain yardage.
Yeah, and they have a little bit of comfort there with it not just being a one-score game, so not too nitpicky. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, You don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Off play action, Fields. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. And he finds Montgomery complete. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Third and 2, Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
On first down, it's Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Working with a 2nd and 3. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt it. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They snap it to Fields. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their...
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Lightning speed there on the sack from the corner, Duke Dawson. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bears are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Santos with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the
touchdown. Here's Santos to kick this one away. Now here's Johnson. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bears, they have...
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel it envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'm a